Initially, I wanted to write a story about Jack Kerouac's last trip that he took, which was actually to Canada, to Rivière-du-Loup, Quebec, on his to visit the, uh, the potato farm of his paternal grandfather. I've been reading stuff about Kerouac and Kerouac my whole life, and I stumbled upon this sentence in two biographies saying that he took this trip, and it was actually the last trip he took. The thing that makes Kerouac still inspirational for kids, and it's not so much his books, it's sort of the myth, the romantic myth. And I thought, well, what better person to write about than myself as a kid growing up in suburbia, southwestern Ontario, not reading the books, but knowing about the myth of Kerouac. And this sort of structure fell into place. It's this old man trying to go back in time to his home and dying, really. Kerouac was dead 18 months after this trip. And a young man trying to get out of his hometown, because he feels like most young people do, or they will die if they stay there. So what connected it to was that Lowell, Massachusetts was a factory town, a mill town, and it reminded me a lot of Chatham, Ontario, where I was from. And very much the same environment, you know, football and hockey and factories, and so the two kind of came together that way. In Canadian literature, people talk about how the urban experience is underrepresented. I think the fact that the suburban experience is underrepresented. I don't know, I read somewhere something like 70 or 80% of Canadians grow up in something like that. We'd all like to live on the windswept coasts of Newfoundland and stare at the sea in our big furry sweaters to think about time lyrically. But we all don't. We spend most of our Saturdays at 16 walking around the mall trying to get laid, and not getting laid, well, in my case. And I think that is what woke me up, or really sort of was an eye-opener when I was reading Kerouac as a kid, was that he wrote about, yeah, you know, it touches on New York a little bit, but really they're about Lowell and small towns, and not in some sort of romanticized way, but still seeing the, you know, the sweetness on the light, but also the darkness. And you know, when I started writing, I didn't think that I'd be writing with Chatham, you know, but almost every book that I write has Chatham in it, or a thinly disguised version.